Welcome back to the Babysitter, you guys. You guys really did like this one. Honestly, I've been terrified all week to play this. I've been taking my time because I was scared and stuff. But you know what? We're going to get through this. I feel like I'm coming close to the end, or at least coming close to finding out what's going on at least. Hey! Oh wait, what voice did I give her? Was it high pitched like this? Well, no, was it kind of like this? It was kind of like that, right? I don't know. I always forget the voices I give people. I have to go back and watch my own recordings. Hey, what do you think you're doing in here? You're reading my diary? That's so creepy. That is kind of creepy to read someone's diary. I'm going to call my mom. I should have had locked the door. I went to the bathroom, and just for once I didn't lock my door. And see what happens? Please leave my room. No, we're not leaving. Let's see. Wait, I was here to scare you instead you got me. Okay, wait. No, we're not gonna tell her that we tried to scare her. Otherwise it's gonna look bad. Wait, I heard the sound. Yeah, we did hear the sounds in the basement. Oh God, you shouldn't be in the house. The last sitter, it didn't go too well with her. Lydia, something like that. I don't remember her name. You should leave the house now. What happened to the previous sitter? Tell me about this lady in the basement. I want to know about the lady in the basement. I heard the sounds about a week after we moved in here. First, the basement door kept opening by itself, always when I was alone in the lounge. Same thing happened to us. Is that the lounge? I think that's the lounge that we were in. We weren't in the living room, we were in the lounge. I was too scared to go near it, so I kept ignoring it. I thought it was maybe a draft. Once it opened when Mom was with me, and she just shrugged and said the door was stiff and it had spranged open. She said she would get it fixed. So why haven't she got it fixed so it could stop scaring you? That's one thing is that I don't understand why her mother don't believe her. If she's literally telling her that, Mom, the door opened, and she saw it herself, the door opened by itself, but you won't get it fixed. I don't understand. But then one day, I heard the weeping, and I could not help myself. I went to the door, and I went down there, and I saw her. I've been living in terror ever since. I hear her some nights. Oh my God, I'm messing up already. Forgive me, you guys. Sometimes she weeps. Other times, she wanders the house. Nobody believes me. Mom and Dad thinks that I'm making up this. Messed up. Mom and Dad thinks I'm making it up to get them to leave here and go back to my old life. I don't know what the lady in the basement wants. I don't even know what she is. But when I saw her, I sensed such rage, such despair. I know she wanted to harm me, even kill me if she could. But I knew at once who she was. She was the lady from the story the real estate woman who told us about this house told us. I get it. When you buy a house, they're supposed to tell you if there's a murder in it or something like that. But you couldn't sugarcoat it or tell the parents without the daughter being there. That way, if something like this did come up, then it couldn't have been like, okay, the real estate lady encouraged it because she wasn't there. She didn't know it. What happened to the real estate lady? Before we moved here, Dad wanted to find a place near the hospital where he's working. So he got in touch with the real estate firm, and she showed him a bunch of houses. Mom didn't like any of them. Finally, the agent told them about, I'm finna sneeze. Told them that she had, I'm finna sneeze. Whew. The agent, sorry you guys, I have a cold, so leave me be. Allergies, I don't know. Just leave me alone. We fam, y'all already know if you've been here for a while. The agent told them that she had one more place on the file. I'm finna sneeze. I hate this feeling. She brought us here. Mom loved the place at once. It was spacious, had a nice lawn and a pool, and 2 floors. What's not to love? Even better was the rent. I remember how Dad was happy about the rent, how cheap the rent was considering its size. The only issue with the house, Ma said, I hate that they put Ma instead of just Mom. Just put Mom. Was that even though the part of this suburban property, Whitefield Groves, it looked a little run down. That was when the real estate agent told Dad and Mom the story. She said that the last long-term residents that lived here nearly decades ago, a family of 3, the man was kind of a businessman, and he used to travel a lot. His wife was a housewife. Like y'all family? Oh boy, I'd be terrified right then and there. And they had a 4-year-old daughter. Oh, well, you're 11, so it's not exactly like your family, but it's kind of like your family. Even if you gotta think about it as a kid, even you as a kid, someone tells you a story about something, you can't tell me it doesn't bother you late at night. Like when you're just up. And I had insomnia, so me as a kid being up late and remembering scary stories that I heard around school or just anywhere, it frightened me as a child. My wife had some my wife. The wife had some kind of ongoing mental disorder, depression, I think, some kind of psychosis. Sorry, I had to sneeze, you guys. Ugh, bless me. She would hear voices and see things. She was taking medication for it. At one point, she began to believe her husband was no longer loved her. That he was plotting to kill her. Oh my God, you guys really told this story to an 11-year-old? I'd have been freaked out too. I would have been freaked out the whole time. It could have been the long hours alone, or maybe she was slowly descending into madness. But at some point, she broke, and in a moment of madness, she killed the daughter and herself. Oh man, that's messed up. I asked the real estate agent in which room she did it, and she said she didn't know. But I have a pretty good idea of where it happened. Considering that in her diary, she was saying, if you guys remember the last episode, she was saying in her diary that one night she heard her come up them stairs and she tried to open this door. So it had to have been in this room. The house stayed vacant for a long time. Bad mojo, I guess. There were a couple of residents in between, but most stayed for a short time, then moved on. I guess they either saw something or felt uneasy. The house had been empty for almost 3 years before we moved in. What happened to the previous sitter? I guess you mean Adita. She saw the lady in the basement. That's how I think. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I'm good. It went away like instantly. I hate that feeling though. That's how I think of that thing down there. In caps. Nadita heard her crying. She thought it was me and she went down in the basement to investigate. When I found her, she was screaming and hysterical. I could barely understand what she was saying. She said that the woman came at her. She called my mom and told her that she was leaving the house, that she didn't want to stay a moment longer. Mom was furious and asked her why, but Nadita wouldn't say why. Sorry, messed up right there. But Nadita wouldn't say why. I mean, it sounds crazy when you talk about it out loud, so I don't blame her. Also, I think Nadita didn't even want to think about it when what she saw, let alone talk about it. She was so shaken. Nadita was up here with me when Mom was talking to her on the phone. She just listened to Mom worriously and then left without a word. You gotta think about, like, I don't understand why the parents aren't hearing the things that this young lady is hearing. When Mom came home, she was furious. With you? Let me guess, she thought you scared her away. Yeah, because that's what she told me, that she will try to scare you away. Yes. She thought that I told Nadita about the lady in the basement and spooked her. And she didn't tell us, and we heard the weeping and stuff, so I 100% believe her. That's why I didn't tell you anything about it. About all this, sorry. I just wanted to stay away from the basement because I knew you wouldn't believe me, and because I didn't want Mom to say that I scared you away. That's pretty crazy. Hasn't your mom and dad heard it? Yeah, like, have they heard anything about it? Oh no, don't tell me I have the hiccups now. Everything always happens when I start to record. No, they say they haven't. Maybe they have. Maybe they just blocked it off or something, or explaining something. Sorry, I felt like I had to sneeze. Maybe they just blocking it off or something, or explaining it away. I'm pretty sure they haven't heard the horrible crying. How would you not hear it? Like, if you can hear it, like, someone's room is closer than hers. Hers is smack down in the middle, and no one heard her crying. You wonder how any of this is impossible. Could any of this be real? Do you believe me now? Yeah, I definitely do. Wow, thank you. It's great to at least have someone that doesn't think I'm crazy. I've been living with this for a while now. I'm losing weight. The counselor at the school thinks it's because the move and the change in my life, but I know why it is. I heard. Oh my God, I'm gonna sneeze. It's hard for me to concentrate in class. I keep thinking about her. The madness that drove her to kill her own daughter and take her own life. And I get scared. What if I go mad like that? Maybe that's what she wants. Did you try telling your counselor the truth about this? Yeah, did you try to tell the counselor? I did. How do you think it went? He started talking about putting me on medication. I don't want that. I don't want to be like those kids, you know? A walking zombie hopped up on the prescription drugs. So, after that, I went on with his story. Yeah, it was the change. Poor old Maya misses her old school and her friends. Look, just leave, okay? Leave this house and go. I'm stuck, and I have no choice, but you do. I'm not leaving you alone. Definitely, are you crazy, girl? At least wait till your parents get back. That's nice of you, but it's dangerous. I can't ask you to do that. What if something happens to you? Nadita, the previous sitter, I think she saw something terrible down there. Sometimes I think that maybe the lady in the basement is looking for her child. Maybe mothers who hurt their children, who never able to forgive themselves, even after they die. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to sneeze, trying not to lose my voice. All the bad things, you guys, that just keep popping up. You should go. Mom will probably just blame me again, but I'll handle it. First off, it's gonna look bad on your record if you left a child by themselves. Secondly, I just would feel uncomfortable leaving an 11-year-old at the house by themselves just because I'm scared. Alright, if you insist, I'll leave. No, I told you I'm not going to leave you here alone. I'll wait until your parents get back. Thank you. You're very sweet and brave. I wish I was that brave. Would you mind if I go to bed now? I'd like to try to sleep. I'm exhausted. Make sure you lock your door, sweetie. Just have a good sleep and lock your door. Well, you're back downstairs again. You're going to sit tight. You know you're doing the right thing. No matter what, it wasn't the right thing to abandon her and flee. Not when her parents asked you to watch her. The kid is all right after all, and leaving her alone. Sorry, you guys. And leaving her alone while her parents are away, especially after they entrusted you with her care, just didn't feel right. And if any of it is true, this insane story of the woman in the basement, why? They're going to have to deal with it whenever it comes. You're going to have to do it. Sorry, not them. I was still thinking about the parents. Nothing so far, which is a good thing. Oh, God. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, that scared me. Someone's walking around and I'm terrified to go look. Crap. Here we go. Footsteps from somewhere down below. From the basement. This is look, I'm letting y'all know now, this is as far as it's gonna get for a scary game for me. I can't deal with chasing and stuff. I will take off running in real life. The basement door. That was the basement door again. You've got to see it through. You're not running away. Yes, I am. Y'all don't know how fast I would have got out of there. I'd have been like, nope, I ain't gonna open that door. I'm gonna close that door and act like I didn't hear it again. You have to find out the truth. Even though your heart is running so fast, you fear it might crash. Can any of what Maya said be true? And the door is wide open too. It's wide open. The sounds are coming from down there. I wouldn't not. You better not. A smell comes wafting up, a vile stench of corruption, of something long gone to rot. The smell is overwhelming, overpowering. It hits you like a fist. What terrible thing walks down there? And that's my only option, isn't it? Not close the door, huh? Nope. Of course I gotta go down here. It's pitch dark. The smell is unbearable here. It's difficult to think. There are moldy boxes piled up in the center of the room. What the? I can't get a picture, can I? I can't. Is it H? It is H. Look at, I would have took off running so fast. There's no way. There's no way. Who's there? You feel a sense of foreboding. A suffocating blackness overwhelmed you. And it got closer too. Look at that. No way. Darkness descends, clouding your mind. You cannot move. Cannot even breathe. Terror grips you. A despair unlike anything you've ever known fills you. Danganronpa? Hello? Monokuma? Are you down there? If you are down there, Monokuma, say what's good. How you doing? You sink into it. Grief rising into the black, rise in you like a black tide. Get to the. Don't jump scare me. Don't jump scare me. Oh! I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I should have guessed it. I should have guessed it. Hello? Okay. I was gonna say, did the game, is that how the game ends? I die? You find yourself slumped on the sofa in the lounge. Your head aches. Your hands are shaking. You spring to your feet. Ah, you're up. What happened to me? We found you downstairs in the basement of all places. You were lying on the floor, passed out. Maya told us to look for you there when we got home. Maya must have heard something, or heard the lady scream, or heard the crying again. We found Maya upstairs, quite shaken. She was near hysterical. She told us that she heard you scream and that you might be hurt in the basement. It took us a lot of effort to calm her down. She kept saying it was her fault and that she should have accepted when you insisted to stay. You should not have accepted when you insisted to stay. Sorry. She said that you talked to her about what she calls the lady in the basement. She said you told her that you believed her. It's shameful that you would encourage her like this. Play along with her delusions as a child. Shira. God, I forgot about that lady. She's annoying. We'll be here in a moment. She wants to talk to you before you go. Goodbye. So it seems like the father's upset that I believe that the daughter about the monster.
Hey. Mom will kill me if she sees me talking to you, but I had to see you before you left. Did you see her? The lady? Did you see her?
Yes, I did. I saw her. There's no reason to lie to her. She's already saw her herself. We saw her. We know she's real. There's no reason to lie to her.
I knew it. I knew it. You see, I'm telling the truth. Thank you for believing me. I'm so glad you're not hurt. I can't believe you stayed on despite what you knew. I know it must have taken a lot of courage. That means a lot. Maybe I can be like that and have all kinds of courage too. Honey, you already have the courage. Thank you. Well, I really have to go now before Mom sees me talking to you. She'll come down hard on you. That's just the way she is. Don't feel bad. Until she sees it too, she'll never believe. I'm sorry all this happened to you. You never asked for this. Bye.
Oh, I'm happy that Maya at least is happy because they are not listening to her at all. And sometimes it just takes one good friend to listen to you, for you to open up and listen to them. It changes a lot. And let me tell you guys, I am sweaty. I'm going to take a shower after this. This game got me like on edge. I must say that I am sorely disappointed. I forgot the voice I gave her too. I'm sorry, Mrs. Raj. We put you in charge of looking after her, and Dave finds you lying passed out in the basement? He says you weren't drunk or on drugs, but I find that hard to believe. At least you stayed on, unlike our last sitter, who left my child alone and fled. But I'm not sure I should be grateful for considering the situation, You've encouraged our daughter's sick fantasy, and you've probably set back the progress with her by weeks in doing so. Lady, your daughter isn't lying. Someone or something is really in this house. Really? So she dragged you into her hysteria? You believed all of it? This is exactly what the counselor warned us not to do. Since you work with children, I thought you would know better. There's nothing wrong with Maya. It is this house. Goodbye. I'll be passing on feedback to your agency. Good day, lady. And slam the door. I really believe that they should start pay attention to their daughter before something bad happens to her, but hopefully we don't hear nothing bad about Maya or the mother or any of that. Well, that didn't go as you planned. You've been shown out rather ceremoniously. Mrs. Raj was clearly furious. Jeez, Oh my God. Furious. So was Dr. Raj, but what Maya said, what you saw in there, that sense of abject despair that washed over you in the dark. As you leave, you turn and look at the house. You think of all what had that happened. And you wonder, please don't jump scare me. Please don't jump scare me. One week later, babysitter needed urgent. Child member you tomorrow. Oh, 11-year-old daughter. Oh, it's up there again. I'm kind of curious of something. If y'all don't mind going back with me, I want to first off show y'all this, because y'all need to support these people, because this was pretty cool. And I feel like I played a game by this person once before. I'm gonna have to go check it out, and you can find this game again on each.io. But I'm gonna go back in, maybe off camera, because I want you guys to experience my side. This was my side and what I experienced. And if you want to experience it, I do recommend go playing the game and, you know, making your own things. But I'm going to go off camera and do my own thing. But I want to say thank you to the people who created this game, because this game was awesome, scary. You know, even though it's a visual novel, it still had jump scares, had me screaming. And I want to thank you guys for vibing with me. And if you enjoyed yourself, you better hit that like button and subscribe and join the family so we can discuss stuff like this. And I will see all you lovely people in the next video. I love each and every one of you. Don't forget to do something positive, whether it be you washed the walls for your mother, or picked up your baby brother's toys, or mold your next door neighbor's lawn. I don't care what you do, to do something positive and tell somebody something positive. Tell somebody they're pretty today, or tell somebody that you consider them a friend or something. Sometimes that's a good positive thing. Bye.